forget to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of Applewood smoked bacon jerky, freeze-dried goodies, and butter toffee peanuts.
Sexxy Red had the audacity to post an AI-generated image of herself dancing with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And his daughter said, take that down. Take that down right now. Here go the photo Sexxy posted on MLK's birthday that sparked backlash. Take a look at it. Go ahead. Look real good at it. Look real good at it. You know, I have a love-hate relationship with AI. Lord, they shouldn't have released it to just everybody. You know what I'm saying? There should have been some kind of license, some kind of protocol you had to go through to get it because... Anyway, let me continue with the story. Bernice got on the internet and let her have it. She said, "This is intentionally distasteful, dishonoring, deplorable, and disrespectful to my family and my father, who is not here to respond himself because he was assassinated for working for your civil and human rights and to end war and poverty. Please delete." Child, let me tell you something. Once this got loose, people stood up for Bernice, called Sexxy a ghetto degenerate, called her everything but a child of God. Bernice had to step back in. She said, now, listen, don't project your thoughts onto me. I ain't called Sexxy degenerate. I didn't call her ghetto. I ain't say she was trash, okay? I'm just speaking out a bit, against the use of and the comparison of the likeness of my parents, and I'm not trying to denigrate other people. Then she went on to say, I just don't get it. Why you would use my father's image on his day, no less, a day set aside to honor him in a way that doesn't convey anything about what he came here to do, okay? It ain't like you put yourself beside him marching, okay? It's not like you put yourself next to him protesting. You didn't put yourself in that situation. You put yourself in the arms of a man who wouldn't look your way if he was alive. Well, I don't listen to Bernice, okay? Bernice and I are probably about the same damn age. Bernice don't tell me what to do over here. I'm not calling her degenerate, but I'm just saying Sexxy. First of all, I don't know why you called yourself that. Maybe you sexy to some. But baby, I have seen you perform. I've seen your performances. I've seen the shaking and the twerking and ain't she the one to talk about the color of the holes? You know what I'm saying? One is pink and one is brown, and you think it was gonna be all right for you to put yourself in the arms of our civil rights hero like that, and we was just gonna sit back and be like, okay, all right, that's cute or whatever. Hell no. What Bernice typed out for social media to see is not what Bernice said in her house walking around. I promise you it. She said, don't project onto her. She said, don't put words in her mouth. Okay, Bernice, but I'm telling y'all as a black woman who's closer to the civil rights era than some of y'all is, that she is cussing. Bernice is breaking dishes and throwing around that house. The thing is, I don't think the backlash would have been as great if Taraji did something like this. You know what I'm saying? If Michelle Obama, was she married? She probably wouldn't. But do y'all pick up when I'm putting down the juxtaposition of ratchetness next to class was just way too loud for me. It was way too noisy, okay? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, You don't, and baby, do you even know how to dance? Do you even know how to partner dance? Sexxy heard everybody, and she heard everybody, she deleted her post, but before she did, she came back and she said, you ain't wrong. See? Never meant to disrespect your family. My apologies. Just reposted something I saw that I thought was innocent. He innocent. You ain't. Let me tell y'all why she still don't get it. She said, never meant to disrespect your family. Okay, true, it was disrespectful to the King family, but Martin Luther King Jr. belongs to us all. Martin Luther King Jr. belongs to the entire black race. I ain't gotta explain this to y'all. I mean, I'm sure y'all see it the way I see it. I'm sure y'all do. And if you don't see it the way I see it, you keep your comments to yourself. We don't want to hear from you. Take your ratchet ass right over there with Sexxy Red's ratchet ass. Up under her comments. Don't give her kudos over him. It's not just disrespectful to the family, Sexxy Red. You disrespected the entire black race. You took a big dump on everything that man came here to do, because why in your brain do you think he would ever? Anyway, Bernice said, thank you for your apology. We accept, wasn't my intention for the folk to come after your neck. I ain't mean none of that. I value you as a human being, And then she went on to try to, educate her a little bit. I hope you understand my concerns about the image, you know what I'm saying? Because the further we get away from the civil rights movement, I'm putting words in her mouth. I'm paraphrasing here because I understand what she's saying. She's like, the further we get away from the civil rights movement, the less people talk about the civil rights movement, the less people talk about injustices and racism, the more my father's image becomes a caricature. Because y'all think it's all fun and games. You have to continue teaching. It's not going to be taught in schools anymore, right? But this is why it's incumbent upon you as parents. You're going to have to teach your own children racism. This is black and white. Everybody's going to have to teach your children, right? If not, history will do what? May repeat itself. So Bernice went on to say, I'm sorry you was caught up in the crossfire because I regularly challenge the disregard. Baby, that needs to be on a t-shirt, okay? I regularly challenge the disregard. The disregard of whatever's going on in your life. But when people disregard your sanity, when they disregard your intellect, okay? Your ability to get to the bag, okay? Your hustle, your drive, I regularly challenge the disregard. Let that be your mantra for today. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, we regularly challenge the disregard. Anyway, she went on to say, think about how you would feel, if your deceased, murdered father, his image was repurposed for party filters and flyers, unjust legislation. So she said, all the best to you. And she made sure to say, let me circle back around to this. She made sure to say, the way my father died was unjust. And in parentheses, a state-sanctioned assassination. A reminder that the government took my father out. Okay? You want to play these reindeer games and put your raggedy ass, she didn't say this is me saying this, put your raggedy ass image that close to such a historical figure as my father. Girl, have a seat. Sexxy Red is dumb as I'm sorry, editor. Sexxy Red is dumb as a bag of biscuits. And I don't know if any lenses are in them glasses, but you need to go ahead and go back to the optometrist and get your vision checked again. Get some stronger lenses so you are able to see how bad you effed up in this situation. Y'all don't do this. Think twice. Anything that says civil rights leader, okay, for the people, by the people, marching, protest, off limits. It's off limits. All I'm trying to say is if you do it, you give permission to people who definitely do not hold our leaders in high regard permission to do it, living or dead. So I'm sure everybody in the world thinks Sexxy Red is a dumbass. So I'm not gonna go no further than to say what I said. She's not even 30 years old yet. This how I know y'all not teaching these kids their history. And let me tell y'all something. I know books is a rare commodity. You can go in a person's home, and if you don't see a bookshelf and they just into fashion and they don't like the way, they don't want books in their house because of how it makes their decor look, make yourself another friend. If you related to them, just go somewhere else. If they say all their books is on Kindle, okay, baby. Because let me tell you something. In this digital age, y'all see how stuff can just go black, go dark. They can just pull a plug. They can do that to these books that y'all got on your devices, okay? Make sure, baby, you get books that have covers and pages, okay? Because those aren't easily changed and redacted. You understand what I'm saying, So go to these bookstores that nobody go to no more, them little dusty bookstores where they got real books for 10 cents and 25 cents and 50 cents because they can't get rid of them because everybody wants to download a book nowadays. Go in there, go in that section and get you a couple of books on Black history, all right? And sit down with your kids and tell them to flip through and give you one thing out of that book they done found. And make sure, baby, you get books that have covers and pages, okay? Because those aren't easily changed and redacted. You understand what I'm saying, So go to these bookstores that nobody go to no more, them little dusty bookstores where they got real books for 10 cents and 25 cents and 50 cents because they can't get rid of them because everybody want to download a book nowadays. Go in there, go in that section and get you a couple of books on Black history, all right? And sit down with your kids and tell them to flip through and give you one thing out of that book they done found. Do that every day. Do it every day. Black History Month is next month. If the Cheeto man, if Mr. Cheeto, honey, I don't care what he say. Next month is Black History Month, period. We ain't that far removed now. Damn, let me see. 1950, that was 50. We pushing on 100 years. Some of us are still alive who remember and who are close to it. And it wasn't fun and games. See, y'all are living off of the work that was done back then. And so because you are living in the aftermath, and you're living in the promise, you forgot what was paid. Don't forget that. Auntie love y'all. Talk to you later.